All right, sit back and get comfortable because today we're going to talk about something that for many Euro Truck Simulator 2 players is actually a pretty big deal. And I mean that seriously, no exaggeration. If you've been playing ETS2 for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are parts of the map that just come from a different era. Sections where everything still works. You can drive, you can take jobs, but somewhere in the back of your mind, you feel like it's a bit behind the rest. And one of those regions was Benelux, such as Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And now, here's where it gets really interesting. This is the moment worth highlighting. SCS finally decided to tackle this region, and they didn't go the let's tweak some textures and add a few trees route. No, they chose to rebuild everything from the ground up. Completely. And that's important because this isn't just a rework for the sake of it, it's a natural continuation of what we saw earlier with the Germany rebuild. That project proved that older parts of the map can be brought up to the standard of modern DLCs, and now the same is happening here. What's interesting is that around 10 map designers are working on this project, plus all the support teams, research, QA, asset creation, programming. So we're talking about a full-scale project, not something quietly put together on the side. And even from the early stages, it was clear this wouldn't be small. The region itself isn't simple either. You've got complex motorway networks, tons of canals, rivers, bridges, locks, and varied terrain, from the flat landscapes of the Netherlands to the more diverse scenery of Belgium and Luxembourg. And now we get to the point where it's worth looking at what we had before and what we have now. Because if you look at the old Benelux map, it was very simplified. Not many roads, not many connections, everything felt compressed. You'd drive from one city to another on a single route. No alternatives, no real decision making. You'd enter a city, take a few turns, and after 2 to 5 kilometers, you were already out the other side. Those weren't really cities, they were checkpoints. And now it suddenly becomes dense, and in a good way. New routes appear, like the A2, large parts of the E40, or the more scenic N57. You've got more exits, more connections between cities, more choices. Suddenly, you're not just driving the way the game tells you, you're making decisions. Which way to go, what to avoid, where to turn. And that alone already changes the gameplay. But the real difference starts with the cities, because here, the jump in quality is huge. And let's go through them one by one, because each one deserves a moment. Let's start with Amsterdam, because it's a classic. In the old version, let's be honest, it didn't leave much of an impression. A few streets, a quick pass-through, no real sense of one of Europe's most iconic cities. Now, Amsterdam has been rebuilt from scratch, and you can see it immediately. The canals, the historic feel, but also modern infrastructure layered on top. And interestingly, the developers had to make real decisions about how to represent reality. For example, the A10 Zuid Ring Road is currently being moved underground in real life, but SCS chose to represent it as it was during their research visit above ground. And that's a great detail, because it shows this isn't just copying a map, it's thoughtful design. Then we have Rotterdam. And this is where things get really impressive, because this isn't just a city with a port, it's a port that is the city. In real life, it's one of the largest ports in Europe, stretching over 40 kilometers. Now imagine fitting that into ETS2's scale, and somehow they managed to capture that feeling. You've got container terminals, refineries, logistics areas, ferry connections to the UK, bridges, tunnels under canals, a complex road network. And as you drive through it, it just keeps going. And that's exactly the point. Groningen is a great example of a city that was already in the game, but has now been completely revitalized. In the old version, it was just another quick drive-through. Now it's a fully developed city with expanded infrastructure, canals, and modern features like the N7 road section running underground. On top of that, you've got new delivery points, including a sugar beet factory, which ties nicely into the region's real-world economy. And suddenly, the city feels meaningful, it has purpose and character. Brussels has also gone through a major transformation. Before, you'd just pass through without much thought. Now, the city is built around its ring road, with complex interchanges, industrial zones, and a strong logistics focus. Add landmarks like the Atomium and Brussels Expo, and you actually feel like you're in the capital of Europe, not just another point on the map. And now Liège. And this is where it gets really interesting, because this city stands out in terms of atmosphere. It's not a pretty tourist city, it's industrial, raw. You drive along the Meuse River, you've got river ports, factories, a hydroelectric plant. And all of it is naturally integrated into your route. The roads guide you through different parts of the city, from riverside sections to major junctions like E25 to E42 to E40, you see the skyline, distinctive buildings, and all the smaller details, recycling plants, bridges, infrastructure in the background. And because of that, Liège has its own unique, slightly rough but very authentic vibe. Luxembourg is a completely different story, mainly because of the terrain. In the old version, it felt relatively flat and unremarkable. Now you've got a city built over a valley, with bridges, elevation changes, climbs and descents that actually affect how you drive. Crossing the Grand Duchess Charlotte Bridge and seeing the city's layered structure and historic sections is one of those moments that really sticks with you. And now we move on to the new additions, such as Antwerp. First time in Euro Truck Simulator 2, and right away you can tell this isn't just something added for the sake of it. You've got a massive port, a detailed city center, landmarks like Chinatown Gate, the iconic train station, even a chocolate museum. And it all comes together into a coherent whole. The city has identity, rhythm, atmosphere. Eindhoven brings something different, more modern, more technological. And here's one of the coolest features in the entire rework, the DAF Trucks factory, created in cooperation with the company itself, with some limitations of course, but still capturing the spirit of the place really well. Add landmarks like the Evoluan and key urban intersections, and you get a city that feels fresh and distinct from the others. And what's interesting is that all of this is tied together by one common element: water. Canals, rivers, dams, bridges, locks, especially in the Netherlands, where much of the land has been reclaimed from water through dikes and polder systems. In the game, you'll even see places like the Absolute Dike or major bridges over branches of the Rhine. And all of this builds an atmosphere that simply wasn't there before. On top of that, you've got all the smaller details that might not be headline features, but make a huge difference in practice. New gas stations, truck stops, more realistic parking areas, new companies, new industries, even things like eco-friendly stations with solar panels or different architectural styles depending on the country. And suddenly, even stopping for fuel or taking a break becomes part of the experience, not just something you have to do. And now we get to that moment where it's worth stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, because this isn't just about one region, it's a clear direction for ETS2 as a whole. SCS is showing that they're not only pushing the game forward, but also taking care of what's already there. And if they keep going like this, in a few years, we could have a map where almost every region matches the quality of the latest DLCs. And honestly, that might be the most exciting part of all. We're going back to places we've known for years, but seeing them in a completely new way. And now, as usual, let me know in the comments what you think. Which city impressed you the most? Are you waiting for the full release, or are you already testing the open beta? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss more content like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and drive safe.